It's Sunday, we call that money day. We catching pips, but we only count percent gain. Lit capital, come learn, interact, trade.
And welcome to another episode of the Lit Cap, No Cap podcast. You're being hosted by myself and the rest of the Lit team. You got myself, Mr. Nathan, Lit Cap Nate, aka Mr. Tall, Dark and Determined to Make Change. You know I took the handsome mark because you guys already know. On my right, we got Mr.
Lit Cap Vel, you know the vibes. Stay alive, lit side. To my right, we have the main man all the way from Crenshaw.
Slawson, I have no, I'm joking. Lit Cap J, what's good? Happy to be here, man. Happy Friday, another episode in the books. Full squad here, past the pips. Tell him, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling excited. Let's get straight into today's topic,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Talking mainly about the stock market and how we can all, look at different avenues to go down in.
Yeah.
So let's take it away, guys.
Yeah, I think one of the misconceptions of trading in general is that, most people believe that you have to, put yourself in a position where you have to be very knowledgeable or you have to have a qualification, uni degree, all that other bullshit, okay?
Yeah.
But the reality is it's really basics, it's economics, it's just having the understanding of developing a certain level of interest in what's happening around you so that you can profit from that. And I think in this day and age, I think we can all agree it's becoming very attractive, very popular, very trendy for people to be a trader.
Yep.
So we just want to make sure that for those out there who are, thinking about getting into trading, who want to actually, start to invest their money, we want to make sure that you guys can actually have a decent starting place, a place to start, a beginner's guide as such.
Yep.
And Josh has got a lot of beginner's guides information that he'll go into. But one of the main important things I think as well is, aside from Forex and crypto, stocks is really a good avenue for people to have a long-term investment as well as a short-term.
Yeah.
We specialize in financial markets. We're called the Lit Cap. Sorry, we're not called the Lit Cap. This is the Lit Cap show, though. We're called Lit Capital, okay, aka Learn, Interact, Trade, aka Learn, Invest, Trade, aka Learn Institutional Trading. And, our full name is Financial Markets, for the simple fact that we're educating you guys on the whole bracket, not just one element. And today's a really good podcast, so grab your pen and paper, John. Be prepared to be blown away.
Yeah. But no, it's just about bringing value for those that kind of heard about trading as a whole, but don't know about different sectors, and just being able to apply and research these things and be inspired and take away from it. Because in the middle of the times that we're in right now, it's about getting smarter, because if we're not developing every day and getting smarter in fields, then stuff like this in terms of investments just going to pass you by. Yeah, 100%. And that's not what we need to be doing right now. So hopefully this sorry to cut you off, bro, but hopefully you find a lot of value in this, and you can take some points and move with it how you need to, Yeah,
100. And just to add on to that, I wanted to kind of once again drill into you guys how important it is to understand that, we haven't got time to waste time, number one. And Vel said earlier, trading, crypto, all of these things are trendy at the moment. And I say that term trendy very loosely, but it's starting to become something that needs to move from being trendy to being something that's a necessity. Having one stream of income, you're basically done out here.
It's true.
And now what we're about to do is shed some light on the stock portion of what it is that we do, stocks, crypto, and so on and so forth, and do it in a manner that is relatable to everybody watching. So you guys are definitely going to enjoy this one. Josh, take it away, my bro.
So in terms of today, first of all, it is about stocks, and I would like to clarify one thing, and that is the differences between a stock and a share. Okay, so a stock is used when you are generalizing or generally talking about a company. It's sort of like when you've got a pie, okay? You're talking about you've got a slice of that pie. Yeah. However, shares, okay, is more specific. If you're talking more specifically about the pair, let's just say you've got 15,000, shares of HCMC, you'd be lit right now. Do you know what I mean? If you definitely had that many. And that's the main difference. However, you can use them, back and forth, and it's not really a big deal. In terms of, Forex and stocks, they're two different fields. And the main reason behind Forex being so popular in terms of day traders or people it's really open to more of a larger bracket of individuals that are looking for, let's just say, short-term profit gain or longer-term profit gain. It suits the whole board because it's more liquid. There's more volume, there's more orders, and you know, prices are moving a lot more rampant, if you will, than in the stock market. And in the stock market, the difference is that the stock market is more affected more about the fundamentals, not necessarily technicals. So, you know, of course, you can also use technicals within the stock market. Don't quote me.
Yes, sir. No, that's true.
However, you know, it's definitely moved a lot more fundamentally than the rest.
Yeah, so just to touch on that as well, fundamentally, you know, you can also get stuff like earnings reports for companies, and that's going to have an effect on share pricing. Okay, so
those are the main things as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Earning reports.
No, of course,
that's the main thing.
Yeah. So that's going to determine, you know, stock, you know, the value of the stock as a whole, and whether, you know, investors look at it and say, okay, this is a field that has potential. That's what makes it rally. You know, from a fundamental perspective, you can apply technicals to it, but you know, you get, when you're looking at stock charts, some of them they're quite gappy. You get pre-prices and stuff of that nature where before market opens, it might shoot up. You never know. So
out of trading hours, it might.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean it's gonna be trending. It could shoot up and come all the way back down. Do you get what I mean? But it's just understanding that, okay, overnight people have priced themselves into moves. Okay, so that's just something to take into consideration as well. If you are to research it, what are the earnings like per quarter, especially, you know, so look into that.
Yeah. So in terms of stocks, you know, there's 4 main types of stocks. So there's a blue chip stock. These are usually large organizations with solid foundations and often decades of just data. Okay. And, you know, if I give you some examples off the top of my dome, would definitely be Apple, Coca-Cola, obviously not to name drop too many companies.
Yes.
Lit cap, no cap, you know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
The second would be growth stocks, so companies that are great in favor and show a high increase in their turnovers. And you know, one of those would be Amazon. You know, over in terms of, you know, everyone being in lockdown and whatnot, everyone's ordering stuff online. Okay, so their share prices has definitely gone through the roof for sure. And there's also speculative, bro, I just fumbled that word. speculative stocks. And these are companies with actual
Take your time
fundamental. Yeah, I should. These are companies with no actual fundamental logic.
Yeah.
And off the top of my head, I can't really think of one right now. However, there's definitely those ones out there. And there's also range-bound shares where price is just bouncing from the top of the range to the down to the lower of the range to the top of the range to the, you know, higher the range. So, you know, those are the main 4 types of stocks. And, you know, definitely when you are doing your research, look into what type of stock it is so that you know how long you're going to hold it for, whether it's a long-term position or it's a short-term position and that kind of stuff like that. But
I think a lot of the time as well, people don't really do their due diligence when it comes to stuff like that.
No, exactly.
People see on Instagram, everybody's, you know, investing in this, and Bitcoin's up here, and, you know, GameStop is doing this, and so on and so forth, and they just throw their money at it. And something that we
2 hours later.
No, it's right. And you know, just to touch on the GameStop, like when that thing was trending and it was booming, I was getting a lot of messages like, "Oh, is it a good time to buy in?" And it's just like, no.
They're getting FOMO.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no, and
that's exactly what it
that's
is.
exactly it. So just to, you know,
the FOMO, boy.
no, it's exactly that. So just to make sure, like, don't go off of hype. If something is trending or it's on its way, you missed it. The train's gone.
It's alone.
Yeah. So you got
Leave it alone, Frank.
you got to price yourself in, or you know, be in the space in the first place before it's doing anything. You got to have that faith that, all right, cool, the potential's there.
Yeah.
Not see the potential tenfold and then be like, I want some. Bro, you missed it. Just leave it alone. You get it? Because I think, what was it? So GameStop,
you should check out the price of GameStop.
No, I will. I'm getting to that. So it was start of the year. It was at $16 around.
What's that meme? Sorry. Oh no.
No. Yeah. But no, it was at around roughly $16, and it ended up going to $482.
Wow. Serious.
And people were asking me at like $330, $340. Yeah, is it a good price? No, it's not. Yeah. You got money for that? Because you just missed it. Do you know what I mean? $16 a share isn't even that cheap. Do you get what I mean? So unless you got capital behind you, and you know, no doubt that some people did get in.
Yeah,
Where's it out now, Josh?
boy.
It's at like $50.
It's
you
up
get what I
in
mean?
Upper room.
No, so,
Per room.
yeah. So
Hey, shout out
it's,
Ned.
you know, you can, as
what I mean?
much as there's opportunity to make money, you can die out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
I
can
wouldn't
actually
say
die out
that
here.
the stock $16 is expensive.
It's not
We have
expensive.
we have to make sure.
But it's
If
not
you're
a penny.
trying to-
It's not a penny stock.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
get
no.
what
try
I'm
to
trying
buy a
say?
load of it.
Yeah.
It can get really expensive. However, you know, $16 to $400 plus dollars. I think that's a pretty good.
Oh, it's a
time.
great return.
No,
It's a great
for
return.
for sure. And I think what is important as well is the turnover aspect. Like I think one of the main things is that's important to learn in understanding why a stock should be important to buy and why it should be important to watch it go by is the fact that the basic economics is to buy low and sell high.
Yeah.
You know, my iPhone, if I bought it for £1,000, I ain't gonna sell it for less than that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why would I look to, you know, buy something that can potentially devalue, you know,
Yeah.
decrease in value, excuse me. So, yeah, you know, we go by a very popular analogy in the capital, which is the train, you know. Every morning we go to a train station
Boy.
and we wait for a goddamn train. And, you know, if the train comes, we get on it, it's money day. You know, every day is money day.
You
Go
know,
grab
vibes.
yourself a Lit Capital Money Day t-shirt
Some hoodies
at
and stuff as well.
litcapital.co.uk. Go grab yourself a new hoodie as well. But what I'm saying, let's not go away from the point here. Church is in service. Okay? what I'm saying, okay.
Nah, real talk.
What I'm saying is that, you know, when we're waiting for this train, it's simply because we're exercising the essence of patience.
Yeah.
Okay. If you was to walk up to the station, okay, and your train is just closed, okay, sorry, the doors have just closed and it's now moving, it's slowly moving away. Would you jump onto that train?
Exactly.
Or would you wait for a new train? Could
gonna
you
have to
imagine
wait.
just
They're
being at a
thinking-
train
yeah,
station
yeah.
and just a man just in a suit just jumps onto the back of the train?
This ain't Sri Lanka, bro.
You know,
Like,
this is crazy.
We're living in
Yeah,
like this
Slumdog
this-
Millionaire.
Yeah,
set.
like this
It's
isn't
not
one of
that.
those open trains,
Yeah.
bro.
Do you know
Like,
what I
let
mean?
it
no
go.
Hogwarts
You
thing.
finna die if you
Yeah,
jump on
yeah,
that.
no,
real,
serious.
real. So yeah, it's just understanding that and being comfortable knowing that, all right, cool, there's other opportunities. If it can happen once, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen again. Just
Yeah.
maybe not in that company, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the same with trading. So what we apply. If we miss a trade, I get a next one. I know there's another one coming. You know, so that's just the mindset you have to have. And FOMO, that emotional feeling of just like, damn, I should be on board. Like don't do
Yeah.
that. Do you get it? Because it's not going to benefit you. You're not even thinking straight.
Yeah.
You're actually scrambling if you think about what FOMO is. You're scrambling.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's just not a
lack
mindset.
mindset.
You know, it's not one
Lack
that you
mindset.
need to have. Do you know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
when you're about to invest money.
Yeah, and jokes aside, man, please share this video with someone that you know who's recently made an investment or who's considering an investment because it's information you need to know. You
Yeah.
should never be looking to buy a stock, you know, when the price is high. By the time you hear it out on the news, it's too late to buy the stock.
Too late.
It's too late.
Because the thing is, the media can be used as a sort of diversion tactic.
Yes.
It's
You
a
know?
big tool.
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah,
big tool.
do you know
It's
what I
the
mean?
biggest tool they
It's an
use.
influencer.
Yeah,
It's the
it
biggest
is.
influencer.
It is.
So whenever, you know, you're going about your day, you know, going to work and you see on the train, you know, at the top, you know, saying, oh yeah, buy Bitcoin with
Yeah,
this
I've seen that
platform.
recently, you know, on
Yeah,
a bus.
is it?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was
I
in
ain't even
traffic
seen
the
that,
other
bro.
day at a
Is
traffic
it?
light.
Yeah.
And I see a bus drive by and it said, if you're reading this, you need to buy a Bitcoin or something along those
Yeah,
lines.
no,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Those
What
little,
company
those,
is
that?
yeah, it's
I don't
crazy.
know, bro, but I see it on a bus,
That's
cuz.
crazy.
I see it on
Nah,
a
I ain't
bus. I was
seen
There's
that.
thinking,
little,
wow.
little subliminal
Little hints.
do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Hints here.
advertisement's the biggest
Yeah.
one of the biggest.
I went
They
to,
capture attention as well. It's crazy.
100%.
I was when I went to Hong Kong last year, not this Christmas, gone the one
Yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah.
I was on a subway down there, and like they had this this lady. She was on her phone and she was trading, and you couldn't tell what she was trading. And I don't speak whatever the language is.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
yeah.
Mandarin or whatever it is? I don't speak Chinese. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the message was saying, but it was about trading. It was
Right,
about cryptocurrency.
Okay.
It was about the lady getting involved while she's on the tube. 'Cause
Yeah.
and it was the concept is subliminal, like you just said, or whoever just said that. Was it
Yeah.
you, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
all of
Take the
us.
credit,
Do you know
bro.
what I mean?
Take the credit.
Too modest, right?
what I
Nah,
mean?
Jay, it was you. Yeah, come on,
Got to
Jay.
give it honestly, man.
Come on, Jay, man. It's you,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
go on.
So just the programming behind that, you know, the indoctrination that's been set upon us from early ages of us being born is that, you know, we need to work, we need to go to school, to college, to uni, you know, to then get a job, to get a degree.
You got to
know.
do 40
You gotta
years.
do
B.
a lot of stuff just to get a job, and you know, jobs not even promised. I know some
Yeah.
friends who of mine who, and it's probably cliche, but some of my friends they work they work in like restaurants, like McDonald's and shit, and they've been to uni. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
One of my
right.
friends works in the gym.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
study to be no fucking health guy.
Right,
What do they call
right.
them? Training, personal trainers.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so just getting back onto the point here, the education, the value in education, I think is very important to understand that you have to make sure you're researching the stock. And I think it's quite funny, it's a bit ironic, but one of the main reasons why Lit Capital's trading community is important is because we have analysts who do the hard work for you.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, when we was coming up in the trading game, we had to look at this place, that place, that place, this
Yeah.
place, and that place to formulate an answer.
Real talk.
Right? And what we do is we bring all those answers into one place,
in
one
one.
app. You know,
All in one.
whether it's the news team, whether it's market analysis, tutorials, ebooks in the book library, whether it's trades in Forex, trades in crypto, trades in stocks, like it's all in one place.
It's
So
value,
I really would say to you guys to click the link below in the description and purchase the Discord access. It's £25. You know, people are making more than £25 every other day.
Literally.
Every other day.
Literally.
Every other day.
It's about return of ROI, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Return on investment. So
Yeah.
again, it's with the value that you're getting, it's impossible. I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's damn near impossible for
Yeah.
you not to like
No,
make
fuck
profit
that
off of
shit.
that.
No,
Nah,
it's
real talk.
Impossible.
It's
Yeah,
impossible. Yeah. Serious.
Hey, shout out Bosco.
But no,
No
so like,
stop loss.
yeah.
No
like,
stop.
just-
No stop loss.
Yeah, let's not start that.
No, but like just understanding like all of these, like how do you invest? Like there's various platforms. We're in the era of technology. Do you know what I mean? It's at the tip of your fingers, literally. So the only mad thing about stocks right now, and that's how you know that it's what Nathan was saying is that it's trending. There's a wait list to actually get on some of these
Yeah.
platforms now.
Yeah.
They're not even accepting people.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how you know the volume, the increase in terms of things like GameStop happening, all of that. It's like, right, it's really, people are seeing.
Exponential.
Yeah, and they're seeing that the potential to
What's
actually.
T I say? Expeditiously.
No, that mean, yeah.
I know,
You could say that.
It's growing expeditiously.
But like, yeah, in terms of what you're able to do with proceeds, you know, the results and the percentages have been astronomical going into the start of the year.
Yeah.
You know, we're only in February right now.
Yeah.
So we, you know, me and Vel, we kind of had a discussion about our goals from last year and what we want to do this year, excuse me. And one of them was let's create a stock portfolio. So since January, that's what we've been doing. We ain't put a crazy amount in because our focus is penny stocks, a bit of long-term opportunity when they arise. Yeah, exactly. But in terms of like the long-term stocks and the short-term stocks, there's differences on how much you're going to put into it. So, you know, Tesla, all of these things, like they're on the list. Is it the right time to invest? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
why
it's
the
just-
research is important.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just about understanding, you know, when things are having a pump and when they're doing that, is it the right time to get in, you know? So
most of that knowledge comes through actually learning.
yeah.
Having that strong support, that foundation. And, you know, if you're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like you said, everyone just messaging. I got a whole load of messages about buying this, buying that, what crypto, la, la, la. I'm like, bro, listen.
Just come and join the Discord.
What did you say the other day on the session on your Instagram?
Oh, what?
I was laughing, boy. He said, "Come on now, stop playing games."
Yeah, I
Being
saw
silly,
that.
boy.
I saw that.
Yes, like just look. Why would you rather take someone else's opinion, okay, someone else's bias, and then risk your own capital on it?
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. So you need to make sure that you're researching it for yourself, gaining that knowledge to then obviously go and risk your own capital. Then you understand the whole process behind it. Because at the end of the day, as people, we all need to keep on evolving. And if you're not evolving, you're remaining stagnant.
Yeah.
Now,
Not even that, you're just dying. It's as simple as that.
No cap.
evolve or die. But yeah, in terms of if you are looking to get into some stocks and shares, you know, let's just say stocks. I'm not going to say and shares. If you are looking to get in some stocks, you need to get a platform. Okay, so you know we're not necessarily going to go through which exact.
Yeah, we ain't
platforms.
gonna name
Do you
them,
know what
but
I mean?
just
we
do your
don't need to
research.
do all of that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
go
yeah.
on the internet, do a little, you know what I mean, Google search, and you will definitely find loads and loads of different platforms where you can invest your money into different stocks and even also some cryptos as well. That's the first place, and also the second thing I'll tell for everyone listening and watching today is to get in that damn Discord. Yeah, litcapital.co.uk. Very simple.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Get in there. We can definitely help you out. get your gears going, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of that, that's like my main point.
Yeah.
right now.
So
let's
sorry to cut you, bro, but yeah, just in terms of actual investment itself, like let's talk about it. Like, where do you start? That's probably a question you guys are thinking. How do you get into it? You don't have to start big. You can literally look at penny stocks. Like, people don't understand. Like, there is value in terms of percentage. Don't think about how much something is worth. If the percentage rises, you are making money.
And that's the shame, man.
Yeah.
You get it? People
world,
are still focused on the sum.
Big
The figure, the X.
misconceptions.
What's the X?
people associate price with quality,
Yeah,
value.
yeah, exactly. So some of the things that, you know, we've been able to capitalize on, and we're going to talk about it. Like, there's a lot, but you know, the main ones, Sundial Growers, cannabis company in Canada. Everyone kind of knows about.
We smokers salute.
Yeah, shout out the THC crew, man. We don't, you know, we're not discriminating. Shout out CBD as well.
Yeah, CBD
we heavy
way,
on
man.
that. But yeah, just in regards to like understanding the cannabis field and understanding, you know, there's been a lot of positive progression in regards to legitimacy and making things legal in certain countries, and expansion of that is great. That means that the potential in the years to come is only going to get better, you know. And what we kind of been seeing in certain states in America, why SNDL has been doing well is because they're actually trying to branch out to America, even though they're in Canada. So that means, okay, if we can get what we're doing popping in Canada and move it over to there, this is great. So the returns also, go on, bro.
They're also legalized. Well, I believe I don't know. I think there's 52 states in America. And I think 40 something. Don't quote me on this, but last time I checked, I think
it's quite high.
I heard, it was like 42 states, or it could be 35. I'm not sure, but there's a high number of states that have legalized medicinal marijuana. And once there becomes a certain number of states that's actually on board with this, then it becomes federal law. And then that's also when the medicinal stocks, when the medicinal weed stocks will flourish.
100%.
Once it becomes federal law, everyone's going to be selling it, you know. So it's definitely a good time to get involved, as well as some other weed stocks there.
There's a few others. There are a few others.
Aurora cannabis is not too bad. That's a good one.
Definitely.
We've got some of that as well.
Definitely.
But Sundial is I mean, my missus' sister, she sent me a photo the other day, and she's like, do you know what this is? She's like, 'cause this is a good investment. And it was her partner that invested into that.
Okay, so you already got the drop. There you go.
Yeah, it's a really good one. But her partner doesn't know nothing about trading, about investing. So even for her to see that, it's good to know that you know, people are looking in the right places. And you mentioned where should people look if they want to start? Just simple websites like investing.com. That's a really good one. Finviz, that's also another good one. Bloomberg. You know, use Bloomberg, use any free source that's available to just hear new concepts, you know, hear new ideas. Go onto YouTube, type in Bloomberg Live, and you'll see the whole Bloomberg
the feed
TV show. They'll tell you stuff that's because what I've realized here is when we was younger, after school you'd listen to the news, right? But as you get older, you stop listening to the news. Like, you remember when you was young, there was News Round. You was watching kids shows and they used to have News Round come on, and you'd actually watch that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, David Beckham just scored a new goal, or da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, News Round, you know, quickly in and out. And then as you kind of get older, you kind of like, when the news is on, you turn it over. You know, it's like
I didn't want to hear this.
It's like it's like back in the day, and even probably so now. I'm not too sure because I haven't watched Match of the Day in a while. But usually the news would be on before Match of the Day. Do you know what I mean? And I ain't watching no news, bruv. I'm waiting for Match of the Day. I'm gonna tell my TV, set me an alert, because when it's ready, I'm gonna turn over. I want to
hear the theme song.
So just from understanding how distance we've got from news, because I'm not saying news is not tainted, it is manipulated massively, but just from the fact that we've been so deprived of downloading new information, it's really going to take away the benefits of us being able to capitalize in new markets, venturing into new things. Jacob, you mentioned you had a friend who or a friend of a friend who invested into, he was a manager working somewhere, and he invested into what's the things called when the corona came out, the hygiene.
The anti-back gel. He made a killing on that.
Yeah,
made a killing, man. He started his own company, He had to put a bit of capital behind it. Don't get me wrong, but it
yeah.
doesn't matter if there's a demand. It's
all you
economics,
have to
bro.
do is
Do you get it?
Hand
And supply.
sanitizer. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
what I was looking for.
I say anti-back gel,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
same
whatever you
thing,
want to call it. But yeah, he made a killing on it from what I was hearing. But he had the capital to do so. But it's about opportunity. It's about understanding. Okay, people, when the frenzy happened and it first got here, that was running out. That stuff weren't even about. I remember you running in like Boss Man's shop. He was doing some crazy prices, bro, like £7 or something. I was like, whoa, what are you on? Like, that's £1 or something. What are you doing?
Over socials,
You
as
get
well.
it? But the demand was clearly there.
Yeah.
You get it? So, that was a great, I think 50 Cent done the same, I think
Did
he
he?
made an anti-back.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. So it's just about capitalizing and understanding, all right, cool. What can we actually bring into this world that is of a service?
Yeah.
And that's what he done. He was lucrative. I think, if I'm not wrong, I think he put 40 grand into it and he made 6 figures. I know that.
Serious.
So this about return of investment again. It's all about percentages, and that's what people need to understand. So kind of that. Obviously we digress, but going back to the cannabis stocks, like this was a penny stock company. It wasn't. I need a higher amount of capital. It was at 80 cents a share. We bought it at.
Yeah.
It went to $3.
Yeah. And
Do the math. You know what I
just
mean?
touch a bit on the percentages, Jay, in terms of penny stocks. And, we need to take the whole misconception behind, the value is at $150, for example, is better than, a penny stock, which is, 17 cents. However,
Listen.
we need to start understanding about percentages
Maths.
gain,
Simple maths. Like, at the end of the day,
We don't count pips, we count the percent gain. Over
well, look, numbers don't lie at the end of the day, and that's where it is. So, it doesn't matter if something is valued low. If it moves to a certain point, it doesn't matter if something's valued high and moves to a certain point. The maths is still the same.
Yeah.
In regards to percentage gain, it is still the same. So, understanding that and applying that, it's like, okay, cool. Most of the penny stocks that you're finding yourself looking at, if you're just starting out and you don't have that much capital, say you have, I don't know, 500 quid. You're not going to be looking at the big stocks.
Yeah,
You're
it's
going
gonna
to
be
buy
out of
one.
reach.
You're going to be able to buy one share maybe or something. What's the point?
Dead.
Yeah, no, real talk. Unless you're buying like something that's about to pop, then buy it if you need to. But it doesn't make sense. What you're doing with your capital is not worth it. You need to kind of diversify and create a portfolio. So yes, I'm not saying get into every penny stock. That's not what I'm trying to say. You still got to research it, but you don't need a lot of money. You need to get it out of your head.
Yeah.
You can start with a few £100. It's not, it's
not
really
big deal.
not that difficult.
But
But it's
focus on
just
those percentages.
yeah, no, and that's just one of the stocks we got. Val pointed out one which was HCMC. If you want to talk about that, Val, another great investment. you know?
We
Exponential.
we got into that one very early.
Yeah.
and luckily for us as well, it put us in a position where we was able to alert the community.
Yeah.
And everyone was able to profit from that one substantially. A bit of a backstory with that, we've got the whole Reddit.
The forums.
Reddit,
Yeah, they been
the
going
Reddit
mad.
revolution.
The new institutions.
Yeah, they actually jumped into HCMC. They was actually promoting it.
Okay.
So it's an actual stock that they were actually looking to manipulate. You could say, or just pump. Just pump.
Boost. Yeah.
And aside from that, HCMC, they're also going under a lawsuit at the moment.
Okay.
So it's actually suspected that around the 26th of February, or could be the 24th, there's the lawsuit's going to come into fruition. They're going to have a case. The case could get adjourned. So it's not to say that we're going to get the answer on the 26th, but we are going to hear some type of progress. And that can also push the price up. But with HCMC, it's beneath a penny stock. It's very cheap. And I want to make people understand that. Well, make you aware, should I say, that penny stocks are high risk. Okay, we're not sitting here saying, invest into loads of penny stocks, woo, yeah, yada, yada, yada.
We are not financial
We're not
advisors.
financial advisors.
Yeah.
Seek your own advice, okay? Anything we say is just purely information. If you would like to take our information up, do that at your own risk, okay?
Take it with a pinch of salt.
But what I am saying here is that with HCMC, it is an over-the-stock counter, okay? So what that means is, if I want to sell my stock, okay, I need to wait for someone else to buy it. Okay, so for example, if Josh wants to buy HCMC, he can't buy it until someone else is going to be selling theirs.
Sound like an institutional play.
You know what I'm saying? So it's quite big though, because from the side having a look at HCMC, it means, look, if 100 people today buys that shit, that's going to push the price up. That's what's happening. Some more money's coming into the market, small bit of liquidity here and there. Actually as well, what was quite popular is on Trading 212, it was the 5th pick in terms of the hot list. You know, companies above it was Apple, Tesla, and it was 5th on the list.
You know what I mean?
You know, so it does tell you that a lot of, you know, retailers are looking to purchase this stock, and it means that from a retail perspective, if you're already in it, you're in the right place, because it's on the hot list. Everyone's trying to buy it, you know.
Real talk.
But then don't get drawn into the whole, it's just pushed up 400%. I should now be buying.
I'm gonna jump in now.
That now's not the case. You know, wait for the next train.
Just as fast as you gained, it's just as fast as you can lose.
Yeah. And until really there's some clarity on how the case actually pans out, I don't really know, to tell you the truth, how far we can go. You know, there's so much speculative information out there saying we can reach $1. People are saying, look, man, we should be happy with 10 cents. You know, it's so cheap. So there's just so much speculation. But what I would say is, if you're not already in the Discord, that is exactly where all this information comes out on a Monday to Sunday basis. Crypto doesn't sleep, neither do we. Okay, I say crypto. Okay, I know this is a stock, but it's the same thing. Okay,
percentage gains everywhere. That's what
within the markets, and that's what we're about. Okay, that's what it's about. That's what we're about. And another one I wanted to bring to your attention just before I pass the mic is GISA. Okay, GISA was a really good one as well. This was an acquisition company. It's a SPAC. They've been quite popular at the moment. I actually sent you a photo in the group chat the other day about Colin Kaepernick.
I saw it. I read that.
So he's actually now started to get into the SPAC realm as well. We're not talking about SPAC Nation, disclaimer. So so from that being said now, so a SPAC, basically what it is with GISA, let me just stick to more GISA. So what GISA is it's a company owned by Goldman Sachs, and they're very simply looking to acquire, it's a shell company. It's a shell company used to make purchases. Okay, now do your research on this, but a few years ago, Goldman Sachs they had a shipping container, and I think over 500 or over 100 keys of coke was found on their shipping container.
I remember.
And
I read that as well.
When this happened, the news that came out on Bloomberg, because I remember at the time I had Bloomberg open, when the news came out, it was talking about it was a Goldman Sachs ship, but it was actually a company. You know, so they were saying it was Goldman Sachs ship, but it's this company. Now, when you do the research, it's actually Goldman Sachs who owned that company, which was a shell company. Okay, so what that does is it takes away the bad press and the negative energy from Goldman Sachs, and it puts all the pressure on the shell company. So GISA, everyone say GISA. So GISA is Nate's over that GISA. But GISA is an acquisition company that Goldman Sachs are using to actually potentially purchase eToro. So, you know, for those who are unaware of what eToro is, it's just a retail trading platform, just like Trading 212 or Plus 500 or Options 24 if they're still going about. Who knows? Fuck knows. Okay. But the importance of this is that if eToro is purchased by Goldman Sachs is a large institution. They're a large investment company, and that can mean a lot of manipulation, a lot of control as well. And it just means get the fuck off of eToro, basically, if you're on eToro. But at the same time, from a stock perspective, if you're able to get involved in these, and I'm just going to tell you the price at the moment. The price is $12. Okay, it's $12.18 a stock. $12.18 a share. We bought in at $10.50. Okay, so we're sitting in some sturdy profit. We're still waiting for the announcement to come out with the acquisition of them potentially buying eToro, and if that does happen, of course, it's going to be a big collaboration. I know they're also quite big on crypto as well, on Bitcoin. So if this acquisition does come into play, this merger is really going to be one for you guys to go along on. So definitely get yourself some GISA and HCMC. If you have already got HCMC, maybe take some profits, take some partials, wait for a little dip and push back in. And I also wanted to just shed some small light on some crypto stocks.
Just to quickly interject there, bro.
Yeah, go for it.
In terms of, you know, getting in, as you're talking about eToro, it's pretty common sense, you know. If you can just put 2 and 2 together, you can help, you know, create the idea that, okay, cool, this has a higher probability of gaining in value. You know, it doesn't really take that much brain power. So, you know, stop, you know, doubting yourself and seeing, you know, so much information. Just dissect it, go out one step at a time, you know, and that's the, you know, the real main focus. And just to also add, you know, we were able to get into HCMC around, I think it was 0.0001.
So cheap,
and it's pushed up over 250%. So
273 last time I checked. I was
so
like, damn.
you know,
last week it was 400. No, I didn't reclined.
yeah, I think there was a small dip in it.
No, that was this week.
Are you sure?
Yeah, push this week.
Yeah, so you know, do the maths. If you had
exactly.
100 quid in it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great return.
You're laughing.
Yeah, and it was over what, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
you know, don't underestimate, you know, the work, and don't underestimate what these different avenues can potentially do for you.
Yeah.
You know, step out your comfort zone. Stop sleeping there.
And
Step out.
And again, like, it kind of reverts back to like what Vel mentioned with the news and stuff, and knowing about, you know, what times that the news came on. I don't know if you guys ever remembered seeing like the little readings with the footsie and that.
Yeah.
You ever see it in the corners, like the
Of course,
footsie
of course.
percentage is down, or the
yeah.
footsie percentage is up, and that. Not knowing what that is on your screen, you probably see it every day if you watch the news, and you're thinking, what is that though?
Yeah.
And that's the realm we are in. So
Yeah,
it's just about awareness. It's
Yeah.
about bringing awareness to things that you're just not looking at, you're not focused on. You know,
Bringing your awareness to the money you're missing.
no, real,
Yeah,
and
no, for real,
exactly.
definitely.
So you know, tying in with the stocks, what kind of benefits us as well is because, you know, we trade like NASDAQ, we trade the US 30.
Yeah.
We don't trade, I don't trade FTSE or New York Stock Exchange, but these things intertwine. So the fact that we can look at it from a technical perspective and notice that, you know, when the NASDAQ's down, most stocks are going to be down too. And it's just applying that knowledge that you may not have in terms of reading
Correlating
charts.
the knowledge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's where we're benefiting from it, I believe, anyway. So, you know, we're new to the stock game in terms of we started it this year. But the background that we're coming from and what we're able to do in terms of confidence is, all right, cool. The fundamentals is one aspect. Let's see what the chart is looking like. You know?
I wouldn't stop you there. I'd say we've had individual portfolios last year, but we collectively this year said, let's start a Lit Capital investment portfolio, and it's all green, baby. It's all green.
You're on the vibes.
Yeah, I kind of want to just add on top of what Jacob said as well. It's like, I think a lot of the time people think, and I'm sure you guys would agree, you know, people think that, you know, crypto and stocks and Forex are worlds apart from each other, which they are. However, it's like, once you understand the logistics of, you know, how the chart moves, you know, higher highs, higher lows, dips, and all of these things, you can apply that everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of what industry it's in.
What asset,
you know, so it's like a lot of the time, like we were saying earlier, a lot of it is common sense once you do understand how the markets work. And a lot of it is just common sense. Literally, a lot of it is just common sense. And people overcomplicate it too much. It is a lot of just common sense. And just before you continue as well, I kind of wanted to touch on another stock that we were obviously eyeing up as well, which is Clover Health. Clover Health being it's a company that is kind of in the health industry and in the insurance industry as well. Okay. They are an American company, and their main aim, their focus is to kind of make, you know, health insurance more affordable in America. And with all of the stuff happening with COVID and all these things, as you can already understand, people will be a lot of people may be even panicking, you know, to go and incorporate themselves within some sort of health insurance or you know, because people are dying with this whole COVID stuff happening. So if you think about that, even from a common sense point of view, people in America, they want to invest, well, they want to invest into affordable health insurance, and they want to invest into health insurance. So if you put the two together, it kind of
it's a no-brainer.
a no-brainer to you know, have eyes on that kind of industry, because you know that companies within that industry, you know, are gonna be making moves. You know, so it's a lot of common sense.
There's just a lot happening, man.
Literally.
So, you know, it's
right
about
in front of people as well.
No, realistically, it's about understanding the sectors and stuff, what is booming, what is likely to thrive in the condition that we're in of a pandemic right now. So common sense would say pharmaceutical company has to be thriving right now. People need assistance. People are dying.
Companies that are using
people
the
need
vaccines as well.
So realistically,
companies,
before all of this,
Moderna.
and it's funny
Go
because
grab some Moderna.
yeah, it's funny because it makes you realize that, you know, as the government are you know, panning stuff out, you're already in the know about who's due to drop the vaccine, and you're already profiting then. So exactly. So these are the things that we are bringing and shedding light on. It's like, if they're eating, we need a pie too. You know, there's no reason why we can't get ours. The stocks, trading stocks and investing in stocks is open to everyone now.
Yeah,
It's really accessible. It's not 20 years ago or 15 years ago where you might have to make a phone call and the internet ain't really popping.
Yeah.
Do you get it? That it's accessible. So let's actually use these tools the way, you know, these bankers and these politicians are eating, you know, because it's really happening. So pharmaceuticals, tech stocks, cannabis stocks, there's a whole load of opportunity. But at the end of the day, it's not about picking the top ones or investing in the ones that, you know, do your research. Not all of them are going to pop. Not everyone is going to supply a vaccine. Not everyone is going to get, you know, legal procedures happening in terms of investment with cannabis cultivation happening. They're not going to be doing all that. So it's about you doing your research as to what's actually got the green light, you know?
And just to kind of summarize the stocks we've kind of spoken about today, just so that it's easier for the listeners to write them down. We've got, you said Sundial.
Yeah, so SNDL.
Yep.
We got HCMC. We got
Your choice management.
We've got GSAC, GSAH.
We got Clove, CLOV.
We got Nano Dimensions.
Yeah, NMDM. We didn't even mention that. That's
Go on,
another one.
what's that one? Tell them.
I'm gonna
I'm
gonna let Jacob take this one. I haven't really divulged too much in terms of Nano Dimension, so I'm gonna let you.
No, but we're running short on time, so but like we're just.
I want to give one more though, because
Yeah.
I was trying to summarize. I didn't want us to kind of go into too many. But,
But
but there was Argo Blockchain. Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
that's
serious.
that's a crypto stock.
Right.
And just to give some small light upon what a crypto stock is, so you've got some of these companies who mine Bitcoin, right? And what they're doing once they're mining Bitcoin is they're actually they're mining Bitcoin.
I mean,
yeah. So what happens is when the price of Bitcoin goes up, obviously what they're mining becomes more valuable, hence their company becoming more valuable. So rather than you guys having to spend 40,000, 35 quid on a coin, you know, you can now actually just purchase a share for, you know, £40, for example, and you know that's going to help you have more shares, okay, and have more of a foothold inside of the crypto space. So there are some mining companies that you can look into that are that float stocks, float shares on the market, which you can purchase. And I think the next episode we'll probably go into a few other electric stocks.
I mean, we're not here, like I said, look, we're just here to shed light. We're not here to give people tips. Like all of the ones mentioned, don't go and put your life savings in it. Do you get it? Like that's our
really go into the Discord, because that's where we have more of an insight.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have a question, your questions will be answered. Like there's actual research. We provide the research so you can make your own informed decision.
Yeah.
We're not just here now to tell you, look, guys, write this down, buy this.
Hold these forever. Like some of these are short-term stocks, some of them are long-term stocks. So
you just touch quickly on long-term stocks.
Yeah, so you know you got to think about.
And I want to touch on Naga shares after this.
Salute. Yeah. So you just got to think about like the way to summarize it is that every decade. I don't even want to say every decade, but there's always going to be that company that they ain't had this moment yet, and then it thrives. Okay, so. We had Amazon, we had Netflix, we had Facebook. We're now seeing Tesla. So you got to think about when all of these companies are formed, you know, they're going to have their moment at some point. Yeah. And then, you know, with that, it's understanding, okay, long-term holds, like touch on what Warren Buffett says. If you're not going to have the mentality or the mindset of holding these for a very long time, you shouldn't really be thinking about investing. And he's right. So, you know, briefly, because I know we've got to wrap up, like Neo.
Wrap it up.
Neo last year, I actually looked at it earlier and I was just like, damn, like the pandemic here, it was at $2. It's at $60 now. That's a crazy return. And people probably think, yeah, it's only $60. Go and buy it at $60 then. It's a lot more expensive
You
now.
know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive now. So it's just about understanding, you know, Neo was formed 6 years ago. Okay, so their process of rivaling Tesla ain't been about, it's not happened yet. Okay, so thinking about longevity, that might reach where Tesla's at once upon a time. These Chinese guys, they smart. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I wanted to briefly touch on it before you mentioned Naga, you know.
That's cool. Well, with Naga, man, I've just very quickly, really, Naga shares have gone from $2 to $9 a share.
Exactly.
Now, Naga is the broker we use for you guys who want to get involved in the broker we use. Check them out. Do your research. Check out the benefits of Naga, right? Actually explore their platform. They're a social trading platform. We'll provide links in the description for you guys to get access to them and get access to what we have access to, more importantly. But yeah, the shares went from $2 to $9 in the space of the start of this year.
This year, that's what everything's just jumped this year.
It's jumped.
And yeah.
I want to touch more upon that. I think we'll go into, I think that it deserves more time than the time we're prepared to give, so that's fine. But just to kind of summarize and wrap it up, really, is the most important thing to understand here is, with having an understanding on how the markets can benefit you, the most important part is taking action.
Yeah.
And we're in an era right now where action is the most important thing. Not saying that I'm going to do this tomorrow, because quite frankly, tomorrow ain't really going to, it's not going to cut it. You know, these shares, people are, listen, every other day someone's becoming a millionaire.
Yeah.
Let that be you. Yeah, let that be you that's waking up to 6 figures, 7 figures, 5 figures, 4 figures. Let that be you. So, you know the vibe. It's Lit Side. That's Lit Cap Vel.
Yeah, man.
I've been happy to host you guys. I've been happy to be a part of it.
Another episode wrapped up, yeah. So, yeah, you know, for those that have found value, please like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, bell notification, so we can bring you more content like this, man. We enjoy, you know, giving you guys the opinions of what's happening in the financial world, you know, kind of opening your eyes to some things you may not be aware of.
Yeah.
Smash us out on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
@litcap_.
_litcapital.co.uk. The YouTube, smash the like button, and who knows, we might give you a crypto episode next. But it's been a pleasure, guys. Remember, every day is money day. Peace.